Hello and welcome to iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. This is an XCOM 2 mod spotlight. Today we're going to take a brief look at the Long War Ranger, one of the classes included in the Long War Perk Pack. We're not going to go over each and every ability in depth, but we are going to take a look at how different Long War Ranger builds can function on the battlefield. Before we actually get into a mission though, we have to define what the Long War Ranger is. Essentially, it's a versatile mid-range infantry class that's capable of either dealing ridiculously high amounts of damage via critical hits, defending allies with enhanced overwatches, conferring aim bonuses to execute low health targets, or some combination of the three. So, that's enough talk. Let's go to the battlefield and see what the deal is. Alright, here we go. We're bringing 3 Long War Rangers on this mission. One is spec'd for enhanced overwatches, the second is spec'd for high accuracy, and the third and final Ranger is spec'd for insane critical hit damage. If you want to see exactly how I built each of these classes, you can check in the description for this video. That's the easiest way to do it. I'm not going to go over each and every ability right now. It's just too much. It's too much and it's kind of boring, honestly. It's cool, but it's boring at the same time. So here we go. We're advancing our soldiers slowly but surely, and we're going to take a look at one of the coolest abilities I personally think from, I guess we'll call it the Overwatch Specialist. It is called Ever Vigilant, and it is going to activate itself right now. So if you use all of your actions on moves, in other words, if you sprint with the Ever Vigilant ability, then you are automatically put on Overwatch at the end of the turn. So it just makes you a very mobile unit, able to just go where you need to be and then be able to Overwatch immediately after. It just adds a little bit of extra maneuverability to that unit. Okay, so we're going to fast forward a little bit to the first pod. We are activating it with just the standard attack, and we're actually going to kill that Advent Trooper because fuck him, that's why. Okay, but see, here we go. So the next ability, Ever Vigilant, was activated on my Overwatch Specialist, and the second ability that's going to trigger, Overwatch coming out, taking out that pistol, shooting the man in the chest. But here we go. We're getting a second Overwatch because of rapid reaction. While on Overwatch, each shot you hit grants another reaction fire shot up to a maximum of 3. So only 2 are going to trigger, but up to 3 can trigger. So that's a very powerful ability. So the rest of the alien pods are going to scamper because I have the All Pods Active mod installed. It's a very cool mod, makes the game a lot more challenging and a little bit more realistic because whenever you do reveal the first squad, it's almost like the captain's getting on the phone talking about, yo, there's some dudes up here and they killing dudes out here. So, you know, it's a cool mod. Try it out. Alright, now before we move on from our Overwatch Specialist completely, let's take a look at rapid reaction one more time. We've got the first Overwatch shot triggered, didn't kill him, but we've got another chance, so it's going to kill him in the end. And here we go, the third Overwatch shot is going to trigger, gonna damage him up just a little bit, but not enough to kill him, but that is very devastating. We did a tremendous amount of damage from one Overwatch. That's not even on your turn, right? That's on the enemy turn. You're dishing out an insane amount of damage. So you can definitely see why that would be valuable. You know, it just allows you to be always putting down fire on the enemy even when they're making moves. Now, that last Overwatch, it got one of the Advent Troopers down to 1 HP. This is the perfect opportunity to make use of our super accurate Long War Ranger. So this guy has a bunch of abilities to increase his accuracy. He's not always going to do a tremendous amount of damage, but when he does do damage, it's going to hit the mark and it's going to get the job done. So this guy, he's all about being clutch, and what better time to talk about clutch shot. This ability grants you once per mission a pistol shot that is guaranteed to hit the target. So you pull that bad boy out, you shoot people in the chest, it's guaranteed to hit. So it didn't do that much damage, but got rid of the target, and that's all you can ask for. And here we go. Now we're going to take a look at the big damage dealing ranger. This man is designed to straight up dookie blast people's faces clean off their bodies, alright? He's got 3 abilities on him that are all about enhancing the power of his primary weapon. The first one is Center Mass. Your primary weapon deals 1 additional base damage. Lethal. Your primary weapon deals 2 additional base damage. Pretty sure they stack. And third, Aggression. Gain 5 critical chance for every enemy you can see, up to a maximum of 30. Now, let's take a shot at this thing and see what it does. Destroyed. Obviously, that is 14 damage from a conventional shotgun. Imagine how strong that's going to be when you start to upgrade to the magnetic tier, to the laser tier if you're using the Long War Laser Pack, and then finally the plasma tier or the beam tier, whatever you want to call it. Very powerful stuff. Now, we're going to shift gears. We're going to go back to our accurate ranger and the ability Walk Fire. What this is going to do, your shot has a 30% aim bonus, but it deals 50% reduced damage and has a 30% reduced chance to critical hit, and it uses 2 ammunition instead of 1. So what you're doing is you're sacrificing your damage output in order to ensure that your shots go out. So that's basically the night and day right there. You got a ranger that's going to deal stupid amounts of damage, but you've also got that ranger that when you really need those shots to connect, they're going to connect. Well, they're probably going to connect. It's XCOM, right? 99% chance to hit basically means 99% chance they're going to be very salty in the next few seconds. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Long War Ranger. That's definitely not everything the class can do. It's a very versatile class, and there's just so much, too much to talk about. But seriously, the Long War Perk Pack, it is a very cool modification for XCOM 2. If you've already played through the game once and you want to come back, but you want it to be a little bit different than it was the first time, this is definitely the mod for you. And there are plenty of other mods to do that. Check in the description below. You can see all the mods that I'm using to play with to enhance my playthrough, make it more difficult, make it more exciting, make it feel new and fresh, and go through that honeymoon phase, and then you're going to get tired of it. You're going to get frustrated because the Advent mechs are sniping you from across the map. It's great fun. It's great fun. So anyway, I'm rambling. Too much talking. I'm going to shut up now, but before I do shut up completely, I'm going to say the name of the game is XCOM 2. The name of the mod is the Long War Perk Pack. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR Game for Comedy. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.